Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to all the new people. There are a fair few of you. My last two videos on the cab swap on the F100/600 behind me, they did really well and brought a whole bunch of you to the channel. Yeah, the part one of those two videos, that's the best video I've done performance wise for views. So thanks for everyone that watched that. That sort of blows my mind a little bit. They were a little bit long and they were a little bit too much talking, kind of like now. You guys watched it and that's cool. So this week I'm back on the coupe. You'll see I've got the large jack under there. Main job of this video is to replace the trans cross member. So I've got a straight tube one on there, we'll have a look in a minute. And I need to make clearance for the exhaust. So that's what I'm getting up to first. Let's have a look at that. This is the current cross member in the car. Straight 38mm tube. I've got a 5mm plate with captive nuts welded to the chassis, then another 5mm plate and the tube straight across. This worked really well with the twin turbo setup. The dump pipes came through under here, oval pipes under the chassis connectors and away from this. Ignore the brake line poking into the collector. These are 3.5-inch collectors, and I think the front half of the exhaust is going to be 3.5 inches, so I need to raise this. So I'm going to get some, I'd like to keep using tube, but I don't have a pipe bender and I don't have any more tube. So I'm going to make some cross member out of 20 by 50 by 3mm thick RHS. So up, across, then down under here to support the mount that's still on there. Same on the other side. So the first job, pull this cross member out that I've got on here now and make up these plates, make a new pair of those, bolt those in, then I can start working on the square tube. I've tried to get the lighting under here good enough to see what I'm up to. But that's the main body of the cross member done. I'm quite happy how that's turned out. I've got the little kick downs at the end where it goes back to the brackets, and I've kicked it this way a little bit. You saw the pie cuts I was doing on the floor. That's to bring it away from the polyurethane mount here and get it up above the collectors as best I can. So next up, I've got the plate off the old cross member mounted to the urethane bush. I'll get some bit of cardboard and do a bit of cardboard design and make up some wings to tie that plate all into here, strengthen all that up, make some bracing. And then it'll just be a case of mounting the tail shaft loop on the back. But that can wait for tomorrow morning because I think it's about 8 o'clock tonight and I haven't eaten. So I'll give the neighbours a rest from my noise and back out tomorrow. Apologies again for the lighting under here, guys. I'm trying to light it up so you can see what's going on here and I'm not hiding in the shadows, but this will work for now. I've got the cross member in place. From there, it probably looks like a straight piece of RHS with a little bit of a kink on each end. As you can see when it was on the axle stands, it does kick up from the outside, but it also kicks back a little bit to clear this polyurethane mount under here. Clearance wise, from the bottom of the chassis connector under here to the underside of the cross member above where the pipes is 38mm. And if I measure the same point under the chassis connector, 38mm, it lines up with that sealing ring on the pipe there. I don't know if you guys can see that there, but that sealing ring is above the outside diameter of the pipe. So in theory, if that pipe came straight back, it would just clear this. It is going to kick inwards and go into a hopefully an oval 3.5 inch X pipe under here, and then flare back out and then go into round 3.5 mufflers, and probably 3.5 all the way through. The old exhaust, the turbo setup, that is 3.5 inches, so with 4-inch tailpipes, which I won't be using. It's excessive for what this is. But the 3.5 inch, with the power I'm chasing out of this car, I think a 3.5 inch will work really well. But anyway, the cross member is high enough. It just clears the floor and it just clears the pipes where they are now. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's a really simple piece coming down to hold the mount. That's all 5mm. I'm happy with how that works and how it looks. I haven't painted it as yet. I want to get it powder coated when I do the front cross member under the car there. I want to get it all done at once in satin black. And I also have to mount the tail shaft hoop loop, which I don't actually have time to do today or this video. That'll be on an upcoming one, but yeah, I'm happy with how that came out. You may have noticed when I was welding the cross member to the outside plates here, I just snuck a couple of pieces of 1mm sheet behind this. That was to allow for any movement with when I was welding, and also give me a little bit of space for clearancing for paint. Because you paint these things and then you go slot them back in to a really nice fit, and they don't fit. So just a little tip there, I guess. Allow yourself a little bit of play. But yeah, that's pretty much done for now. We'll have a quick look at something else. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind noise today. This weather in Adelaide is atrocious. It's been raining all day and the wind's really bad. But anyway, that's my nice new black fuel cell, all taped up there. The shiny part, I've just sanded off the coating that's on it. It's like a powder coat, possibly an anodizing, but I've cleaned all that up. I'm about to go drop this around to Mitch's place if I've got time, and he's going to weld some flanges on the side of the cell for me so I can bolt it up underneath the boot floor. This video, hopefully really quite short, probably a little bit shorter than what I would have liked. There was more stuff I wanted to do, but a bit of poor planning on my part and a bit of procrastination. I dropped the ball a little bit, but I knocked this one out pretty quick. I'm happy with that. That's a job that's been on my mind for a very long time. I've been meaning to do, and I'm happy with how that came out. So next video, I'll have the fuel cell sorted, and I'll have all the hose and fittings to do from the fuel cell to the fuel rails, plumb the fuel rails, and I've got some stuff to plumb the rest of the supercharger tank, fittings, hoses, all sorts. So the next one should be pretty involved. The two previous videos on the F600 cab onto F100 chassis, they were long, they were involved, there was a lot of talking. Those two videos were for guys that want to do that job. Kind of a tutorial, not really, but what's involved. So I could have done a quick video on me cutting out some mounts, lifting up a cab, dropping onto that, done in 10 minutes. But that was, hopefully I can help one or two people out that want to do that job in the future. And that's why those were so long. This one's probably a little bit too short, but it is what it is. I'm glad I got that job done. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone that watched those two videos. I got good feedback, so I'm really happy with that. Thanks again. Thanks to everyone that's joined into the channel, the new people that have come along, new subscribers. That's fantastic. Hope you enjoy what's going on. And again, congratulations to my brother and his wife, Shay. That wedding was awesome. I had a great time. Sorry for Kevin getting covered in crap on his dirt bikes, but it was a good time. On that note, I hope you guys are all going well. I appreciate you guys watching what I do, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.